The following is a presentation of TFNN. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Every trading day, live at 10 a.m. Eastern. Call now, toll free at 877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 223, NASDAQ up 62, S&P's up 23. That gets you up 0.8% in the NASDAQ as well as the Dow Industrials. S&P's are up 0.7%. Gold contract flat, $12.97 an ounce. We have silver down up 2 cents, $15.13 an ounce. Light sweet crude, $60.77. That's up 63 cents. And notes and bonds, you get the 10-year note down 14 ticks, 123.25. The 30-year off 30 ticks, just about a full point, 148.24. And King Dollar down 95 ticks, trading 96.750. The euro is at 112.24 to 1 U.S. dollar. The yen is at 111, and the pound is trading at 131 to 1 U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. So in the world of the markets, folks, you get a nice pop out here. If we go take a look at the S&Ps, what you're looking at is this. SPY right now is over the high, well, got over the high of March 21st. That high is 285.18. We're 284.88 right now. The thing that's a mind blower is that, actually, no, we didn't make it. We missed it by 3 pennies. 285.18 is the high. We got to 285.15. So we'll see how this day is going to shake out. If we take a look at the Dow Industrials, what you're going to see inside the Dow Industrials are right at the top of the consolidation. Now, the top of the consolidation is 26,241. We made 26,167. Bottom line, the number to keep your eye on actually out here is going to be the 26,155. That was your downdraft of March 4th. That's a big day out here. So we'll see where that baby shakes out. Surprisingly, NDX 100 is still weak dog out here. Now, you get it up $1.37, but you're not at the highs. The highs are 182.83, and even in that aspect, that was a weak showing up there. So we'll see how this baby shakes out inside the NDX, and it's something you will want to keep your eye on, because the NDX 100, as well as the NASDAQ, basically took us up, took us down. Now that is one of the not the weakest indices. The small cap is still the weakest indice, but the bottom line is that it's not showing any strength. We go inside the NDX. Strength out here today is Wynn Casinos. That's up 6.6%. You get NXPI up 4%. Activision's up 2.8%. Taken away from it, you get Dollar Tree down 1.5%. XL Energy is off 1.3%. Workday is off 1.3%. Let's go over to the Wynn Resorts and see what's happening with Wynn Resorts. So if we take a look at Wynn's up $7.80. And this must be about Macau, China. We'll see. No, bottom line is that just people are buying it. That's how this is shaking out. Dow Industrials, we get back inside the Dow. We take a look at the Dow Industrial strength versus the weakness out here. Point-wise, you got the Goldman putting 29 positive points. United Technologies 23M 20, Boeing 19 rather. Taken away from it, United Health down, putting negative 13 points into a Procter & Gamble 5. Apple putting 4. If we do look at Apple, folks, bottom line is that you can expect Apple looks to me like it's going to be subtle out here today, but this Apple wants to go after 184. Right now, you're at 189.04. Lyft, L-Y-F-T, you'll hear this all over the place today. Lyft's under its IPO price. 72 they shot it out at. Right now, you're trading at $70.56. We hit last week 88.60 on the open. The thing that's intriguing here, of course, is that what does happen is that the broker-dealer community that pushes this out, bottom line is that they get paid to keep this above the IPO price. So bottom line, someone's not doing their work out here this morning. Or they just feel that the risk is too much to get that up above the $72 area again. We'll see how that shakes out, but not the end of the world out there on Lyft. But something to pay attention to, that's for sure. Gold contract, what do we have with gold? Okay, so what we had out here in gold is this. Last Thursday, you came down with a vengeance. We had wide price spread, volume on the way down, all of the above. Friday, we tested that level, the lower level. We rejected it. Now, the cool thing is that we never hit the actual low of this contract, which is 1287. That says quite a bit. We'll see how this shakes out. We had earlier today is that you did have a little push forward. You had volume on the push. What we have right here is that, you know, the bulls and bears are fighting it out big time because right at 10 o'clock, you had a push down with volume also. We pushed down with 13,000 contracts. Now, that being said, it didn't even get to the low. So I like the idea that each and every time that you actually do have a sell down, you can't get to that swing low. That has been the identification of this contract since we've been going up the last 5 months. That's how it's been shaken out. Silver, absolutely, we need more volume. We need more price in silver. Silver's been the laggard inside the metals business in general. $15.13. And, you know, what silver did do is that it broke the swing low of March 7th on Thursday, got back inside the higher range on Friday. Now we'll see whether they can get some juice. What is really positive for this market, folks, for the metals market in general, if you take a look at Wheaton Precious Metal, this is a streaming stock. Bottom line, this took out the consolidation over the last 3 years. Now, we took it out with just a little bit lighter volume. That being said, though, actually we didn't. Let's see, 18 million, 6 million. Yeah, 20 million. Yeah, we took it out with 18 million versus 20. Bottom line, this is a big heads up, and the sector in general, that we're going higher. This is a big move, and this is the leader out here right now. So the intriguing part about it is that, you know, bottom line is that one of the major deals is silver. It's like, okay, silver's the laggard. This is the leader out here. Well, you know, we'll see what that is all about. And the King Dollar. We take a look at King Dollar. We have a King Dollar out here. King Dollar took out its February 15th high last Friday, 96,685. Bottom line, you're still above it. Anything above it, that's a whole nother trading range. That's what it comes down to. And what that's all about is that it's still all about the euro as well as the pound. Euro out here, sideways move out here today. You're at 112.24 in the euro. The danger inside the euro is closing underneath this 112.16. We were under 112. We hit 112.18. Closed at 112.18 on Friday, hit 112.10. And if we go over to the pound, we take a look at the pound, what you're going to see inside the pound. Pound right now is trading $1.31, and pound actually looks like it wants higher price. They're still in a mess over there, no doubt. Parliament right now has taken over the voting structure, and hey, we'll see where this whole thing's going to go. If we do look at the UK, index-wise, bottom line is that you pushed into the last downdraft out here. Now, I don't get the volume on this. Yeah, I won't have the volume on this till later today. So we'll see what type of volume we have. What we do have in China, this is a big move, man. I mean, we've been talking about this. I won't get the volume till later on. This very well could be a monster ABC structure on the way up. China, Shanghai market went up 2.5% last night. Took out a B point. I don't have the volume on that yet, though. But it looks to me like this China market's going a lot higher. Stay right there, folks. Coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials right now trading up 202. NASDAQ is up 51. S&P's up 21. Come right back.
The TAS Profile Scanner is the most revolutionary piece of trading software that you will ever try. Wouldn't you like to approach the markets with confidence? As you begin your trading day, it's likely that you'll be faced with lots of decisions. In order to make the best decision, the first thing you'll need is a strategy that will help you minimize your risks. Whether we're in a bull or bear market, a good strategy is to have the tools needed to help you scan and analyze the markets before you trade. The TAS Profile Scanner instantly scans and filters over 2,500 global financial markets, such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, president of TAS Market Profile, the TAS Profile Scanner understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications, automated trading algorithms, and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. Whether you're looking at the trade matrix, the ETF heat grid, the market breadth, the landscape charts, or the many other features of the TAS Profile Scanner, this is a piece of software that will revolutionize how you look at the markets and set up your trades. The team at TAS has even put together a 12-part video series to walk you through every aspect of the TAS Profile Scanner, which you can find directly on the TAS order page at TFNN.com. Sign up now for only $97 a month with a risk-free 30-day trial, so you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. See for yourself how you can harness the full power of the TAS Profile Scanner by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services section. Remember, with a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to lose. Don't let another day pass you by without trying out this amazing piece of software that will revolutionize how you look at the market and how you place trades. Sign up today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 214, Nasdaq is up 57, S&P's up 22, and April 1st. April 1st is April Fool's Day.
Good morning. It might be.
The market's
Don't give it away to everybody.
The market's
already.
fooling you, I think, folks. Okay.
How so?
It's all green.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh man.
Lyft isn't green.
And that, yeah, you know, this is going to get interesting, man. LYFT, and particularly, you know. The bottom line is these broker dealers, when they push something out, well, they're getting close to it now. 72 is the number, right?
We're under it.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I'm just, you know, they're supposed to keep it, you know, as long as they can at 72, the IPO price.
Well, they're supposed to. They're going to do their best job to try and keep it above the IPO price. It's probably the way. Not.
Well, that's what they're getting paid for, to make a market in it when they bring it IPO.
They don't have the ability to get paid to peg a price. They get paid to do their best.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, yeah.
No, I'm with it.
They're not supposed to keep it at a price, you know, right? I mean, they're supposed to do their best.
Yeah.
To trade that stock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's holding stock. That's holding stock off the market, and so evidently that's not happening. There's more sellers than buyers, but we'll see where this shakes out.
Not 10% for sure.
But I'm sure that this is where one of these things, and you never know how it's going to go. You know, it goes up to 88 on the opening day, and you're thinking, hey, I just want in. You know, I'm going to be in for 5 or 10 years, and who cares? But I'm sure everyone cares when you wake up in the morning and then you're down 17 points.
You could have bought it $70 instead of 90 and still been in it for a while.
And what happens, folks, is that, guess what? It's a dice draw, you know, throw, because sometimes they go above it, they stay above it, and they just never come back. And other times, guess what? You know, you can get down $10 in about a heartbeat.
It's a high-risk trade no matter what, right? Anytime you buy a company that's losing $1 billion a year, and they're only taking in $2.2 billion. So it's not like they're a $60 billion company and they're burning through $1 billion. Maybe they get a little profitability. No, they really need to grow. They need to almost change the world, right? Not to be too dramatic, but it's pretty much. I mean, if you're buying that stock, you think ride sharing. Oh yeah. Self-driving vehicles, the whole deal for sure.
No doubt.
Yeah.
So Win's got a little pop-up here. Let me just put this back on a weekly. See where I see it. Okay, so it's down off 202. This got killed. This got come down over 50%. So went from $202 to $90. You get up to 133 in March. It doesn't look like there's any news, but they're just buying it. Yeah. So you get someone in there buying it. Trading volume quadruples, you know. Oh, okay. Well, I guess.
Yeah, I'm seeing revenues for Macau and stuff, so there probably is. Even.
Operators rise after March gaming revenue dips slightly. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's all about Macau. There's no doubt. That's where they make all their money, man. And the variations are pretty amazing.
So,
now,
yeah, that's just, let's see. So they had, the Macau casino gaming revenue was flat in March. There you go. Beating the estimate. They were looking for a 3% decline.
Yeah.
So that's a big number if you're looking at 3% and you just hold steady.
Totally. And then what's going on, watch this. Now, this is where this gets really interesting. So if we go over to China and we look at the China market, what you're going to see is, and their manufacturing index came in out positive last night, which was a surprise. If we look at Shanghai, it looks to me, that means this thing is going topside in a big way. And I won't get this volume till later, folks, okay? It almost takes, I don't know how many hours it takes. It's a lag. But you can see, you check out the swing high of 31.29. This has been a one-way trade. And that's a nice consolidation. So if we have volume in that, that's a big ABC structure on the way up. And, you know, you start putting that together with gambling in Macau, you know,
Sure.
You get the market going up, you get manufacturing going up. Guess what?
They should all be tied together for sure.
The next thing you're going to see there is that they're going to be going have some fun in Macau, China.
Yeah.
Yeah. The pound, man. Okay. So now what you have, I guess, Parliament took over the voting structure. Let's see where we go here. Where's Theresa May? She's got to be out here today. I'll go into the UK.
They got a lot of headlines going on over there.
They do have a lot of headlines, and the real question is going to be...
Oh, right there, number 2.
Number 2?
Brexit update, I see.
Okay, cool, yeah. Okay, so Theresa May faced a second attempt by UK lawmakers to force the government to maintain tighter ties with the European Union after Brexit. If they succeed, May will have to decide whether to U-turn and break her promise, risk a split in her party, or call for an election. It's pretty wild. So today, Parliament will take control of a timetable from the government on Monday to debate alternative Brexit options. Labour says it will back the so-called Common Market 2.0 option to keep the UK and the European Union single market.
So that's a much softer Brexit, just to
Yeah.
put things in context.
Yeah. Okay, the chance in stance.
The change in stance.
The change, thanks. The change in stance by Labour and the Scottish National Party could just swing the vote on the so-called Common Market 2.0 option that would keep the UK and the European Union single market and the customs union with the bloc. Well, you know, the pound, whatever is going to happen, the pound still looks like it wants higher price, you know. It got to the bottom of its consolidation last Friday, which was dangerous. Today it's going higher. The euro, however, is still just laying at this low. That's the way this euro's trading. It's like, okay, we could get a surprise, you know. And what I'm wondering is that if they stay in the common market, I mean, does that do more for the British than it does for the European Union?
I would speculate so.
Yeah.
I think everything is much more of a dramatic fashion on the pound in Britain than it is on the European Union, which is why the European Union has such a strong negotiating hand, because they have far less at risk if Great Britain just gets cut off. Now, yeah, there'll be a slowdown in the EU, but the EU's got plenty of business, whereas if Great Britain just cuts themselves off, the dramatic hurt to that individual economy would be pretty substantial.
Yeah. I just can't figure out why the euro just wants to keep low in price. So, you know what I'm saying? It's like, because if this euro breaks down,
Yeah.
It's going to be like, okay, is their economy that slow? Does it have to Brexit? I mean, it could have other ramifications, you know.
Right. I'm sure it goes deeper than just Brexit. That's definitely one big one hitting it. But, I mean, you have the dollar at almost 97.
Right.
So.
Right. All right, let's go to the yen. So we take a look at the yen out here. Yeah, the yen's getting weaker, 111.18. And you're coming into this downdraft out here from the 20th of March. So we'll see whether it can break through that area. We take a look at some of the higher volume equities. And what did happen on Friday, by the way, folks, is that we did get volume in this marketplace. That's the second time that volume actually came in. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. You get Advanced Micro is up 42 cents. You get Bank of America up 71. Micron is up 65. Transocean is up 52. Roku up 345. Tom and I come right back, folks. Stay right there.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get 'em, folks.
The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find the Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials up 220, Nasdaq up 63, S&P's up 22, And over the weekend, a couple upsets, right?
It's March Madness,
I
man.
just saw it in the paper this morning,
and
man.
there was some madness. I was trying to pull it up. The biggest headline, probably Duke getting beat last night.
I had to read it twice this morning.
By Michigan State. Quite a game, too, right down to the buzzer, for sure. You also had Gonzaga getting ousted. They were another #1 seed. Between Gonzaga and Duke, probably the two heaviest favorites. Duke being the heaviest favorite, for sure. You got Virginia, still a 1 seed in there. But it should be interesting, man, in terms of seeing what happens. Let me see if I can just get on there. Where are we? NCAA men. I wanted to see the final tour of 4 teams, because I know we got Auburn. I believe it's Texas Tech. Who beat, come on, they're not coming up for me. Oh, here we go. Okay, these are going to be them. Yeah, Auburn and Virginia are going to play.
Okay.
And Texas Tech is going to play Michigan State.
And that's the Final Four.
That's the Final Four. So you only have one #1 seed making it through. I was saying CBS probably not happy, man. You don't have a Duke. You don't have a Gonzaga. Those are the 2 big ones this year. But then you don't have the perennial powerhouses. Kentucky had played Auburn, so you could have Kentucky in there. UNC got ousted earlier.
Yeah.
Kansas, nowhere to be found. I don't think they had a good year at all. Villanova not in there, right? So you only got one.
That's pretty wild.
Now, what you do have is that you have Bruce Pearl, who was a big coach, I believe at Tennessee. He had a little bit of a scandal, got ousted there. Nonetheless, he's at Auburn. You got Tom Izzo, huge coach at Michigan State. They got quite a program, quite a following as well. UVA last year, kind of the story going on here, UVA was a #1 seed last year. They lost to #16 seed. First time it ever happened. I don't know if you remember last year. So you had a 16 seed, oust them, huge dramatic downfall. Talk about devastating. They come back, make the Final Four the next year with basically the same team.
And who is the only one that was picked for the top here out of these 4?
That's the seeds are right next to them. So #1 UVA. Can you see where?
I see. Okay.
So that's where you have a 2 seed versus a 3.
Okay.
As in, you know, they all.
Right.
There's 4 brackets, so there was 4 #1 seeds.
Right.
So you had the 2 seed emerging from one bracket, the 3, the 5. They beat Kentucky yesterday. Auburn did, and Virginia, the only #1 seed. Pretty cool.
The pressure in basketball, man, is amazing because it's always by like a point. A point and a half at the end.
There's always,
it's like,
you know, they play so many games, and it's, you know, lose and you're gone, win in advance. So that type of just pressure, man, pretty cool.
Yeah.
And you got young kids
Look
where
at
they
that picture.
work.
This picture right here, folks, is amazing. You can see the energy in all 5 of these people. Yeah,
so
it's pretty cool.
That was Auburn taking out Kentucky, which was quite a game as well. Yeah.
Amazing. And so then the #1 pick too was on the guy with the
Zion.
Yeah.
Duke. Yeah.
Right.
Now Duke, they have a few guys that are probably going to go in the first round, all freshmen.
Okay.
They were the powerhouse. Zion going to be the #1 pick.
Yeah.
For sure. I think he's 6'8", 280 pounds, I believe.
Really?
Already.
And he's still.
He's a
young
kid.
Man.
No, he
yeah,
is
right.
Where we'll see how he transforms, but he is probably going to be the next Shaq, man. I mean, in terms of just
pretty cool.
He's got more going than Shaq, though. In terms of he spots up for threes occasionally.
Yeah.
You don't see 280-pound guys spotting up for threes occasionally. You didn't see Shaq doing it.
Wow. They had a good article today about Abernathy. Is his name Michael? No.
Avenatti.
Avenatti.
Yeah.
And the New York Times folks, and I was like, oh my God, they, you know. There's going to be pros and cons. We'll see where this thing comes out. But they actually got these guys on video, not just.
Okay.
They actually went to their office.
When you say these guys, or what?
Well, I don't know who else was with Abernathy.
Okay. Avenatti. Yeah.
Avenatti when he went to the office.
Okay.
He actually went into the other attorneys' offices.
Okay, yeah.
And
I think he was the only guy, though, in terms of his side, right? They might have had the Nike guys on camera, but they knew they were probably getting filmed.
Oh, yeah, because they set it up.
So they really have him on camera.
They set it up with the feds.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, for sure.
You know. And then they came back. So the way that this came down in the article is pretty wild. They came back. In the article, they said that they were shaking them down for the client, but then they're shaking them down for themselves as a
consultant investigation. Yeah,
and
that I see as the biggest problem.
And then listen to this. And then they asked him, well, listen, you know, we'll do a settlement. You know, just tell us what a settlement with your client will be. And then he said, well, that's too much money just for my client. But then, no, he was with someone else because they said they went outside.
Okay.
They came back in. Then they said, okay, we'll settle with the client for like 22-point-something million. You know, so
okay.
The bottom line is that looks like they're in trouble big time.
So here's in reading through that, there's so many articles, right? So this case, the one in terms of Nike, hinges a lot on a fine line, which may be the problem in terms of are you an overzealous attorney or are you flirting the law? Now, you're probably going to say that he was flirting the law, flaunting it, over the line. Right. Since we're talking about Evan, we'll go back to the market in a second. His bigger problem, though, is in California, the other charges that have to do with basically outright fraud, not paying taxes, taking client money that's in escrow.
Right.
There's a huge financial paper trail that goes to that one. Right. So he's going to have the ability to argue his case, which he's already doing in the public in terms of the Nike case. That's getting all the press. He's in a lot more trouble in California because there's a paper trail.
He didn't pay taxes for a long period of time.
I showed you some of the stuff. Right. When was that? Friday? When was that? Friday, I think. Yeah. Not paying taxes, just outright fraud, and with a paper trail. In terms of, I think he won a $1.6 million judgment for a client. That money goes into escrow. He tells his client that money's not made it into escrow yet. Meanwhile, he's just raiding client funds. There's a paper trail. So that's where he's not going to have a very reputable defense no matter what happens. Nike getting all the press, but nonetheless. All right, speaking of exciting things going on, Basil Chapman, man, 2 days from today, April 3rd, Wednesday night, 5 o'clock. I encourage people, it's Monday. Basil's got a bunch of great charts out there for the opening call. Get in there, sign up for a month, sign up for 6 months, 30-day money-back guarantee. Basil's going to be talking about a lot of great stuff starting at 5 o'clock, right after your show Wednesday, where we are in the market currently, how to read the technical tools Basil's looking at and show you where the market's heading, the outlook for this year, all the way through 2020 next year, the current risks versus potential rewards in the market, specific sectors, stocks to monitor, including FANG, and of course, workshop's going to be archived. You get all access to that. Basil's charts every morning. He sends some out over the weekend as well. You get all the archives, and there's 2 archive workshops in there as well, each one of those 90 minutes. So check it out Wednesday night, April 3rd.
April 3rd.
That's right.
We're in April, folks, and there's no doubt. Basil always seems to have these workshops right at the top and the bottom of consolidation.
Sure, right?
It's perfect. I mean, it really is.
It is.
The way it kind of lines up is pretty amazing.
It is. New quarter, April 1st, man.
New quarter. And, hey, listen, what's really amazing, folks, is that the average 30-year rate for mortgage went down from 4.5% to 4.1% last week. The drop is like insane. I heard this coming across the tape, and then I actually went on bankrate.com, and what they have, we'll pull it up. They have an average of, over the past 3 months.
Sure.
And it's crazy. It was, 4 point, let's say it started at 5, then 4.9, 4.9, 4.8, 4.7, 4, and it was like a 4.5, 4.5, 4, and then all of a sudden, boom, 4.1.
Sure. Yeah.
So it took a while. It looks to me that for the banks or everyone else to say, okay, we are going to be in a low-rate environment. I mean, I know that the 10-year, went down nice, but that's quite a drop, man. It was the biggest drop in 1 week in 10 years.
Okay.
So it's like, and if you take a look at this, this 10-year, it's backing down with light volume. This thing wants 2.1. You're down 18 ticks. You got 1 million contracts, but you're going into, I think, 2.7 million contracts here. 2.5 million. You're not going to do 2.5 million today. That low there is 123.10. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back.
If you're in the CD market and looking for a secure investment, the Tiger First Mortgage Program may work for you. The security for these first mortgages are building lots in the tax opportunity zone in St. Petersburg, Florida. The Tax Act of 2018 set up tax-free zones across the country where you can build and hold for 10 years and pay no tax on the profits, which makes these lots valuable. The investment is anywhere from $30,000 to $75,000. The interest paid is 7% yearly, paid on a monthly basis. According to bankrate.com, the best rate for a 4-year CD in the country as of February 20th is 3.1%. A $50,000 investment at a normal 4-year CD rate of 3.1% would give you income of $1,550 per year or $6,200 over the 4-year period. That same $50,000 investment in the Tiger First Mortgage Program would give you $3,500 per year or $14,000 over the 4 years. Which would you prefer, $6,200 or $14,000 of interest on your investment? If you would like more information about the Tiger First Mortgage Program, you can call me at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Directions Daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow up 230, Nasdaq up 61, S&P's up 23, and we have that chart from Bankrate.com. This is pretty cool looking at this chart, folks. So you can see they have it week by week, right?
Yeah. So you're looking at the 30-year fixed rate in the middle. Don't worry about the jumbo, essentially, and then you're just looking at the week according, and I believe you're probably going to these two numbers with that drop from March 20th week to March 27th,
right,
going from 4.44 to 4.17. So you're talking about 0.27 of a drop.
Yeah.
In the span of a week for a 30-year, and we just pulled up to check it out because it's a little bit of catch-up, but that was a heck of a week, man. So here is the yield on the 30-year.
Right.
You start on the 20th, we're at 3.02, really the high being 3.027, and by the 25th alone, you're at 2.827, so more than 0.2% just in those 5 days, let alone, and I'm not sure where this ends as in terms of does then, you know, from, there was a date the 20th there was a date the 27th.
Yes, right.
But nonetheless, you can see that that was quite a week in terms of for you to move more than 0.2% in a week in the 30-year. That's big moves.
And imagine gauging out 30 years. That's like pretty intense.
Yeah.
Let's go to our man Jim in Minneapolis. It's getting warmer in Minneapolis, I bet. We taking it by storm, brother?
We are taking it by storm, baby.
Okay.
I like it.
There we go.
So,
we're getting ready for the Final Four in Minneapolis this weekend.
Oh, that's
sweet.
dynamite, man. Wow.
Yeah, it's just jumping downtown, and you know, it's they had to spend $5 million on curtains to black out the stadium for the commission to bring the thing into town.
I saw that. Pretty
Really?
cool. Yeah. They're going to have some intense curtains. And I think they're going to use them for other things as well, right, Jim? Try and get more types of events that maybe have to do that type of blackout. But they want, you know, no sunlight in terms of because you got a bunch of windows, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's where the Super Bowl was. So, you know, the whole thing has got this the one end of it's got 90-foot high, you know, big levered glass kind of doors that open up. But
you've had quite a year, man, because you know what? When you just said to me that you're getting ready for it, I says, I feel like I just had this conversation with you. I had the conversation because you had the Super Bowl.
Totally.
Right. Wow.
Yeah, you know, and the other thing I think the curtains are going to help with is, you know, actually for acoustics inside there, with all the reverb and stuff bouncing off the glass when they have concerts in there, I think that would be a huge deal. So, but so anyway, yeah, things are heating up, and actually it's supposed to be 62 degrees Saturday. So
that's a beautiful thing.
So
I love it.
You're going to get your shots on.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
but
XBT.
So looking at the Bitcoin.
Okay. Good old Jim from Minneapolis is bringing us back to a blast from the past.
Look at this high, where we're at, you know,
Oh,
right?
interesting. No,
Yeah.
I see what you're looking at. Oh, my God. This is going to be crazy. Yeah, hey,
Things
listen.
back from the dead. I don't know.
It looks it's like, okay, you're at 41. It's like, yeah, 44 is game here, right? No, 43. 42.30, yeah. 40, well, yeah, 42.30, I'd say. Yeah, this is peaking its head up, man. And what happens, you know, after long consolidations, folks, you know, November of 2018, you know, you can get some juice. And they've definitely, if we look at it on a contrarian type of view, they've definitely got plenty of bad press to basically say that, okay, is everything flushed out of this thing?
They're going to do away with futures, right? So that's going to take some ability away from the shorters.
Just on one.
Okay.
So it's the CBOE that got rid of them, not the CME yet.
Okay.
You know, but that's an indication. That's an indication,
for sure.
No doubt, man.
Because if you remember, when those opened up, that's when Bitcoin was at 20,000.
That was the high.
Yeah.
That was the high. Pretty amazing, actually.
Do they still have Bitcoin on Nadex futures stuff?
They do still, the last I had checked.
They do, because that...
But I had wondered as well in terms of how that may play out in terms of, because if you start taking futures off, that's what those vehicles are predicated off of.
They need them.
They do.
They definitely need them. Yeah, there's no doubt about that.
That's the only reason that they were able to get them on there.
Right.
And of course, you know, because you need market makers, you need that market.
Right.
Yeah.
I guess the hardest thing to figure out, Jim, is that, you know, there's been so many people lost so much money just not by trading it, by just having it in wallets. I have a hard time kind of figuring, like, okay, how can you make money on it, you know, get into it and get out of it and actually have money in your pocket?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It sounds like, you know, a third of the Bitcoin have been lost, you know? I don't know. It's just amazing.
Listen, I think there's a lot of I don't knows in that whole business. And then they had the beginning of the scandal, which I think we're going to continue to hear, is that none of these volumes were correct.
Yeah.
Trading volumes in general.
Sure.
You know, so it's like, okay.
And hopefully if you were in this, you were already kind of leery of those numbers because when you're in an unregulated environment, nothing matters. There's no repercussions most of the time to not following the rules, as we see over and over.
Right.
Yeah. And there's been so many of these little one-off you know, market makers and you look at the volumes and you just, you know, there's no way. And then on the wallets inside their system, there's, you know, 10 Bitcoin and, you know, you just go.
I'm still trying to, you know, if the last guy that, you know, passed away, the wallets are gone, the money's gone. It's like, wow, man, okay.
There seemed to be a scandal going on there as
well.
Yeah,
for sure. And I'm just trying
at first they said they just lost the key.
Yes.
And then there were other things going on.
Then they found the key. They got into them and there was no money in there.
They had been moved prior, maybe, or
Yeah, I think you better start.
The key is get them off the network and put them in a cold storage.
That is the key. If you're trading these, for sure.
The key is to stay with gold and silver, Jim.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing too. I'm working with some folks also to add another tranche of gold here for them, a physical. And what your thoughts are right here at this level.
Yeah, you know, listen, the way that gold is trading, it does look to me, man, we're going to go for the highs. You know, when I say the highs, now, this will take a year and a half or something, but it looks to me like we're going to go for the top of the consolidation first, 1365. And then if it has the juice, man, you're going to get action. You know, there's something to keep your eye on. I know you probably follow this one, too. If you're in the metals market, folks, you want to keep your eye on wheat and precious metal. Okay, now this is just a streaming stock, not just, but it's important to understand. It's like they act like a bank, but they're the largest silver broker in the world. Now they're a little bit different than Royal Gold or Franco-Nevada in that they do contracts with mines that the mines actually have to sell it to them, and they broker the deal. But you can see 36 employees, they're going to do $849 million this year. That's not bad. But the biggest thing is that what you're going to see is that this is, you know, this took out the consolidation, and it took it out with volume. Well, no, it was 18 million versus 20 million. You know, 20 million was back there at the week of February 2017. We did 18.7 last week. versus 20.1. That's a good indication, man, that the rest of these are going to follow up. You know, this is the strongest one out here right now, but if that's the case, that means that we're going after the highs of August of 2016. And if you're in this market, folks, that was the best run we had since, oh my God, since 2003 or 4, you know?
Yeah, that was fun. All right, guys.
Okay, man, have a great one. Great hearing from you, Jim.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. We have the Dow up 239. NASDAQ is up 58. S&P's up 22. Come right back.
I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go to John in Detroit. Hey, John, what's going on, brother?
Hey, Tom, love your show.
Thank you so much.
And, hey, you know, I've been a follower of Rob McEwen for years. McEwen
Yes.
Mining, MUX is the symbol.
Yeah.
And I noticed they just, looks like they borrowed another $25 million last week, and it's really shot their stock down. Any ideas on that one?
Yeah, this thing's in trouble, man. You know what's interesting about this is that it's always had a large short position. In fact, when I had Rob on, I asked him about it. And that was a long time ago. So you're at 16.21 still, right? This thing broke down last week. It's an ABC structure on the way down to about $1.20. You can see it broke with volume, broke your B point. That's 161.
The B point being March 7th. You're looking at, yeah.
So your A point up here is 204. 161. So Pritchard, what, 40 cents basically?
Yeah, 40,
it's going to get you. Well, actually, it's just finishing an ABC. It looks to me, I mean, you got to be careful with this because I was looking at this. I have this in the gold report, but it looks to me like this thing's going to go after 123. 123 is from February of 2016.
Mm-hmm.
This is a decisive break, man. And
it is. It really is.
Yeah. And the rest of the market is not like this, and that's always a danger, folks. When you know the market in general has been held up. You know, the gold market I'm talking about. And,
right, right.
And this is trouble.
Yeah.
You know, so be careful, man.
And just a question now, why do so many people headhunt and short this thing? Why? What is it? I mean, McEwen has been such a great gold guy over the years.
He is.
Why would they want to go after this guy?
It wouldn't be going after the guy. It's someone that knows more than we do. That's the bottom line. They've been right all the way down. Right? They've been right all the way down.
You got it.
You know?
You got it.
Okay.
Hey, I love your insight every day.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate it.
And 17 years this week for the gold report, right? April 7th. That's what you showed me last week.
Yeah, it might be.
Stay right there, folks. We got Fast Market coming up next, and I'm at Basil Chop.
You're right, 17.
Thanks, Bill.
Thanks, man.
Wow! Go get them, folks.